It's about time. It's so late.
I'm still bothered by it. By the end of the day, I got stuff to do.
You what?
But anyways, people tell me you was talking shit and stuff. I already expected it. I mean, it is what it is.
I
All
was
right.
talking shit. Think I'm
So
not?
okay. But anyways, the instance of belittling, such as ridiculing people intelligence, instance of racism, things like that, you're automatically disqualified. This is supposed to be a direct source debate. Only sources should be here. This is not an emotional debate. This is not a surface level debate. I mean, if you want to do surface level, that's you. But it is what it is. Let me find something out there. Put this up real quick. Um, do you agree? Do you agree on 5 minutes per person? I mean, per
We can
point.
do that. Can we
Okay.
also ask questions to one another? For example, if
Sure.
I ask you, how would you define something?
Sure.
All right,
That's fine.
bet. I'm good with those rules.
Man, where's something I could prop? I thought I had something I could prop this up. What's up, Wogan? I thought I had something I could prop this thing up, but I guess I don't. I'm just going to do that like that. All right, so okay, I got my timer, 5 minutes. I guess the first 3 minutes could be an introduction, if you want to do it like that.
You can go
Be
first. You called the debate, so you can go first.
okay. Well, you the one said you stayed debunking me, so that's why I called it. But anyways, I guess I set my timer for. I don't need 3 minutes. I can set it for two. Okay, basically the timer started. Basically, my name is Naturalism of Yahweh. You can call me Lord Natural for short. Uh, I am a historian, and when it comes down to world history, mainly in American history. Also, look at you. Also, I started as a Hebrew Israelite 5 years ago. Once I found that shit was complete rubbish, I left that shit alone, and I started asking my people, my direct family members, who I was. So I started searching, looking up family records and all those things like that, looking at family. I mean, listening to oral tradition, things like that, to basically define who I am today. I 1 minute 17 seconds. I learned everything about the educational system, who had created the educational system, how it was reconstructed, and basically I learned that everything in the educational system today is nothing but foolery, lies, and fallacies, and nothing but theories and just complete pseudo shit. I learned that people's origins is complete lies that happened during the Reconstruction period. I learned that many cataclysms that took place comes new locations of new places and relocations of places and people taking on identities that don't belong to them and yada 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 yada. That's pretty much it about me. I'm mainly just a historian. I base my facts on old sources during the time where certain events had took place. That's all about me. If you wanna do something about you, then that's fine.
Oh, you
That's
want me to
cool.
do an introduction?
Yeah, I
Uh,
said first read introduction.
Fine. I'm BGP, otherwise known as Brown Girl Pride. I am Mexican Indigenous. My lineage descends from the Pueblos people. Um, my older lines go to Zuni. My younger lines go to Tewa people. I also have lineage into Mexico itself, in Tenochtitlan, and in my bad, I can't think right now. Um, Oaxaca. So being that, yes, I do have, because I know it comes up all the time, yes, I do have Spanish lineage, as we were colonized by the Spaniards. I don't claim it, but I do acknowledge it. Outside of that, I don't claim to be a historian, because that's an actual academic title and job career. But I do have a hobby and passion for history, and I'm really good at researching. So go ahead, Yahweh. You said the
Okay,
topic was you
the
can
whole point of
prove. What did you say the topic was?
the whole point of this debate. All right, let me start that over. So back over the 2 minute mark. The whole point of this debate is to prove that Negroes was not here before colonization. That would be your part on what you would be trying to prove. I'll be proving that Negroes were here before colonization, et cetera, things like this. I will not be talking about what I identify as. I will not talking about who I am. I will be talking about who the Negroes is and things like that during the time. You know what I'm saying? Showing proof that black people were here before colonization. That's my whole thing. I will not use my family members as sources. I will not use my oral tradition as sources. Everything is just going to be strict on history. That's it. I wouldn't also not use skin color as the bar to decide what is true and what is not. I would not do that either, like what most people do today. But that's all I got to say on that.
Okay.
That's pretty much the topic.
So, all right. Since it was you who challenged the debate, you go
Hmm.
first. I'll go after you.
Okay, I'll just do something. I'll do something very simple.
Mine. Are we gonna do
Oh,
a presentation on both sides, or are you just gonna present and I rebuttal and you rebuttal back, and we just go back and forth?
uh, it doesn't matter either or.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
We'll just go with the flow then. How
You
about
got
that?
to go with source. All I know is you got to. The purpose of a debate, you got to produce a source that I do my source. That's all. And I got to produce a source that I do your source. So all right. So let me get this clock, and I'm gonna start with something simple. Then it will get advanced as we go. All right. I'm gonna start off with the terminology of the word Negro
Okay.
because a lot of people get misconstrued and think Negro just only means African descent. Black only means African descent, and that is not true. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring multiple sources contributing to this to show you what the government and scholars say about this term Negro. So here we go. I'm starting the clock. 5 minutes. Here we go. And now my first source is this: the American Historical Record, 1872. And we're gonna jump that. We're gonna jump to the page 531, and it reads: Mr. Marston thought it might. Here we go. Apes Indian Notification, Boston, 1835. This is his source. So it's a source within a source. Here are the terms: colored persons, blacks, and Indians are synonymous, which means they all mean the same thing. They all mean the Marshpee Indians. And if you scroll down later down here, it says both these questions refer to the Atuks, who was called the same day both Indian and mulatto, which saying that mulatto and Indian also mean the same thing. Thus, it seems that Brewer, who called the Atuks the mulatto fellow in 1770, was justified by the Act of Incorporation, which called the Indians mulattoes in 1760. So, if those of you that have mulattoes on your records during that time, most likely you're defined as an Indian. My next source is the word. Why is this freezing up? My next source is the word and phrase of origins. And if we go to the N word right here, it says the N word has also been an official derogatory term applied to Indians as well as blacks until recent times. The next source, the Oxford Dictionary. This is still regarding the N word. A dark skinned person of any origin in early U.S. used usually with reference to American Indians. The N word meant American Indians. 1846. Another one, also occasionally designating any dark skinned person. So that can also mean the N word can also mean anyone that is dark skinned is an N word. It don't matter what your origin is. And it says a person who does manual labor, any person considered to be low social status. So if you did a low working job such as servitude whatsoever, no matter what your origins is, you are still classified as an N-word. As you can see, you got white N-word right here. So just, it's common sense, just apply to different nations. So whenever you see the N-word in these old books, it literally means, it could be anything, literally mean anything. It's people's perspective today. They believe that the N-word means you're African, when that's not true. Now it says Africans and Native Americans, the language of race and the evolution of the red black people. How many minutes I got on the clock? I got 1 minute and 58 seconds. It says this is by Jack D. Forbes. And it reads, it says the term Negro has been applied to black Africans, which is a misnomer, the Indians of India, Native Americans, Japanese, and slaves of whatever ancestry. Black has been used for all of the above and for non-whites in general. And in Jack Forbes' book, he uses American Indian as in Native American as the same thing. So it's interchangeable in his book, even though my thoughts on Native American and American Indian is different. But he literally tells you that it all means the same thing. Everybody was called the N-word, and it doesn't mean you're from Africa. Do I have anything else alluding to that? How many minutes I got left on the clock? Hold on. 1 minute and 3 seconds. All right. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I'm going to the debate for the classifications, and I'm gonna go to right here. If it pulls up, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right here, this is from congress.gov, HR Bill 1385, and it reads, damn, hurry up, hurry up. Number 57, if you jump down, it says the Virginia Vital Statistics Bureau class all non-reservational Indians, all non-reservational Indians, that means if you don't live on a reservation, as Negro. And it failed to see why that exemption should be made for the Rabbanox. So that right there is self-explanatory in itself. If you're an Indian, you don't live on a reservation, and they have classify you as a Negro. If you are an Indian that doesn't live on a reservation, and your birth certificate do not say Negro, then that means this bill was not talking about you, and you are not the Indian who the Congress was talking about. Okay, timer went off.
All right. So, can I ask you a question? Do you believe that when it comes to all these descriptions that this is all subjective?
No.
Why not?
Because subjective means it got something to do with how you feel about it. Want me to bring up the definition of subjective?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a pathos. And again, this part of your time, I'm going to start your timer.
That's fine. I don't care.
Okay. All right. 5 minutes. I'm not going all night. Okay, subjective. We're going to turn around. I'm going to turn this around. And I'm not doing this to burn your freaking time. I don't want to do that. Going to subjective definition. Subjective. It's based on influence by personal feelings, tastes, or opinions. These are feelings, tastes, and opinions. What I gave you was not feelings, tastes, or opinions. This is what they had classified it as. They gave you several different ones. Now, what you about to do is put your influence on it. Your influence.
So my question is then, if these weren't opinions of how people subjectively looked at somebody and said, this is what I'm going to call you because I think you look this way, would that not be an opinion? That would not be an objective fact. It would be subjective, because I can look at you and see you in one way, and somebody can look at you and see you in a different way. So would that not be subjective?
Well, in that nature, it's subjective because we're talking to one another. We talk.
No, this isn't.
Okay.
Not my time. So
Go
you
ahead.
just answer the question, not elaborate. So
Okay.
if in that nature it's subjective and people are classifying other people based on their subjectiveness, you can get a range of classifications. So yes, of course, I will agree that Native Americans were also reclassified as Negroes. But that doesn't mean they were of dark skin or curly hair or other phenotypical features that are common within African people. And
so
they could have
now,
been dark skinned And to them, to white people, dark skin was, we all know of the paper bag test. So anything darker than that, it didn't matter what your ethnic background is, you would be considered colored or Negro or whatnot. However, they felt like classifying you. Can we agree that that subjectivity based on the state, the county, the region, how they classified people was all of their racist subjectivity?
Again, if you let me finish my statement, if we're talking about between one another, someone giving their opinion based off that, then yes. Now, in a legal standpoint, no.
We're not talking a legal standpoint.
Well, this debate is not about feelings.
About whether black people
I'm
were
sorry, Brown Girl Proud, but this debate is not about feelings. This debate is about sources. So you got to produce. So now you got to produce a source of a Native American.
My time, bro. I'm not.
What was the point of the debate? Is producing a source.
Hold on. You can go back and talk for another.
Okay, go ahead.
After this,
bring the source. You're gonna lose the round if you don't bring a source.
I'll bring my sources.
Okay, go ahead. What I need to see is a Native American that looks just like you being called a Negro.
Talking me.
Okay, go ahead.
So, with that being said, because I'm trying to get an understanding of what your fucking ideology is. Because this is the problem with these debates. Now, I'm going to show you my sources, and I'm going to show you subjective sources that show different meanings. So, give me a second. And this is why I'm saying this is stupid, why we even debate this shit. But we'll go on. Hold on. I'm going to bring it all up.
Make sure we all can see it.
Don't worry, you will. All right. So when we're talking Virginia, especially because you guys love to bring up the Racial Integrity Act. Let me flip my camera. Will it not let me flip my camera? Oh, I know why it won't. Hold on.
59 seconds.
It's fine. I'll let you go for another 5 minutes and then I'll come back with it either way. I got to take off my background. So that's why it won't let me show my camera. Okay. So right here, we're talking encyclopediavirginia.org. So in 1930, from the Code of Virginia as amended to adjournment of General Assembly 1930, it states, colored person and Indians defined. Every person is whom there is ascertainable any Negro blood shall be deemed and taken to be a colored person. And every person not a colored person having 1/4 or more of American Indian blood shall be deemed an American Indian, except that members of Indians tribes living on reservations allotted them by the Commonwealth of Virginia having 1/4 or more of Indian blood and less than 1/16 of Negro blood shall be deemed tribal Indians so long as they are domiciled on said reservations. As the section read in the Code of 1887, persons having 1/4 or more Negro blood were deemed colored.
Your time up, Brown Girl Pride.
I'll finish. Let me
No,
finish.
your time is up.
I'm gonna finish.
You cannot finish it. You cannot finish it.
10 seconds.
If you finish it, then you're not abiding by the laws of the debate.
Certain questions. So don't monologue. When I ask you certain
Then you should have you can read the rest of it on your next section. That's what I'm saying. You got to read the next of it on your next section.
Go to your next
source. I'm not gonna go to the next source. I'm still gonna stay on it. Just for you. I'm gonna stay on it. Just for you. Okay, thank you.
Go ahead. I have
okay,
no problem,
all right.
Because I'm still gonna school you, and you already know you're already debunked right now.
Oh no, we finna go to Walter Plecker. We actually finna go to his bill. Okay. All right. 5 minutes again. Here we go.
I'll go to the bill after this as well. So come on.
Oh no, I got it. Ain't no sense for it. Here's the bill right here.
Go ahead. Yeah, bring it up.
Okay, the question I gotta ask you: what is Negro blood?
What is Negro blood?
How did they define Negro blood? What is Negro blood?
African American. That is how they defined it in Virginia. They knew the distinction between African American and Native American.
Okay, now check this out.
As proven here, in here.
Check this out. African American did not come into being until 1970. So how could they be?
You want to call it? People who came were descendants from Africa. However you
You
want
gotta
to
prove.
fucking label it.
You
I'm
gotta
not
prove
playing
it.
semantics with you. So
You
we're
gotta
gonna
prove
play.
it.
We're not gonna play semantics.
Okay. All
You
right. Here
know
we go.
what it means.
This is the
Let's
Virginia
stop
Health
playing.
Bulletin. I ain't got enough time. Now here we go.
Go
It
ahead.
says right here. We going to. Here we go. It says mixtures of either of these crossings. In the bill, it doesn't say anything about African. So actually, what your source is doing, they're lying. It says mixtures of either of these crossings of the true Negroes should be designated as black, Negro, and colored. I already brought out a source that shows you black, Indian, and whatever mulatto, they all mean the same thing. And it says the term mixed or issue, perhaps, or one or two others, will be understood to mean a mixture of white and black races, with the white predominating. The white predominating. Check this out.
What are you doing?
That
You're
is that the
debunking yourself
class that
right now.
should be reported with the greatest care, as many of these are one of the borderline and constitute the real danger of race intermixture, right? So
Okay, you just debunked
the
yourself.
term Indian will no longer be accepted for that class. So that means beforehand, before Dr. Walter Plecker brought his ass to the scene, they were calling black people Indians. Now, this is right here in the Racial Integrity Act. And now it says to be applied only to those of known pure Indian blood. What is known pure Indian blood? Or those with mixed with white. So therefore, if you are fucking mixed with white, it does not mean you are pure Indian blood. They sit up here trying to put themselves in the nationality of being a Native American. He just said, if you have white blood, then you are literally full Indian. Let's go. Let's show it. If there's a mixture of any Negro, they must not be classed as Indians, but as Negro or mixed Indian. But if you're white, you don't have to classify as being an Indian. I mean, as mixed. You could be pure because you got white blood. Because you know at those times what they called? They said white man blood or white people blood was called pure blood. Okay? And it says Japanese, Chinese, and other Mongolian or Malay races must be designated as such, given the country given the country of their birth or their ancestors. How much time do I got on the clock? 1 minute and 48 seconds. Now, if this is the case, check this out. It says when crossed with white, these racist mixtures should be indicated as Japanese white, but not if you're an Indian, not if you're a Native American. It says if with black, they should be designated as black or Negro. Do you see what the fuck is going on? And it says, but it may be written as Negro Japanese, which it never have been written ever in the federal census at all. So therefore, what I'm saying is, if we are from Africa, according to the Racial Integrity Act, why didn't they list us as African on the census record? They didn't. They list us as Negro. They list us as black. They list us as colored. They list us as mulatto. Yes, this is the Racial Integrity Act. It says the New Virginia Law to Preserve the Racial Integrity, page 3. All right. Now, on my next time, I'm gonna dive into it more. I'm gonna go back to my source again. I'm gonna go back to that goddamn source again on the remaining 50 seconds that I have to make you understand. Where is it? I probably ain't gonna have enough time to get to it. Here we go. Labelism. Here we go. It's right here. Again. It said here the terms colored persons, blacks and Indians are synonymous. So again, before the Racial Integrity Act, if you were black, it doesn't matter. You were labeled as an Indian. Okay? Now, we're going to finish it out on my time. So go ahead and read that little paper because I already destroyed your shit. Go ahead and read it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to end my time right now. Go ahead. I would like to see you. Go ahead.
You actually debunked yourself, but okay,
Prove
obviously
it.
you don't understand what the hell you just read. But
Prove it.
anyway, prove it. You did it yourself. You debunked yourself. But let's talk about Walter Plecker and a letter that he wrote that says, in our January 1943 annual letter to local registrars and clerks of the courts with list of mixed surnames, we called attention to the greatly increased effort and arrogant demands now being made for classification as whites or at white race by marriage or groups of the descendants of the first Negroes so designated before 1865 to distinguish them from slavery. So you go down to right here In many cases, Negroids have white marriage certificates while the Bureau demands correct legal registration as to race when their children's births. Don't shut up, bro. Children's births are reported.
She just don't know what she
I'm
just
not.
read.
Shut up. I did not interrupt you. Marriage certificate, they leave home and early pass as white with the birth certificate with the pedigree on the back and not required. You go further down and it says, public records in the Office of the Bureau of Vital Statistics and in the State Library indicate that there does not exist today a descendant of Virginia ancestors claiming to be an Indian who is unmixed with Negro blood. An Indian who is unmixed with Negro blood, clearly distinguishing that there are two types of people. Since our more complete investigation of all of these records in the statement, mostly signed of numerous trustworthy old citizens, many now dead, all preserved in our racial integrity files, no one is attempted by early recorded evidence to disprove this finding. For such evidence exists, our researchers' work. So, again, Indian accepted with false register. Oh, it says right here, in the fact that many birth certificates since 1912 without realization or of further danger been accepted with false registration as Indian. Not a few, when we were off our guard, have slipped by as white. So then you move on to the Racial Integrity Act and what it actually stated, which is, let me find it here. Did I save it? Maybe I didn't. But it was an attack on Indigenous identity. So again, when we're talking that doesn't mean those that who had darker skinned weren't affected by Racial Integrity Act. But just because you have darker skin doesn't automatically make you Indigenous, and it also doesn't automatically make you African, which is why lineage is important.
Wow.
And I've always said that. However, when you sit there,
Wow.
no,
You
no,
just
no, no,
proved
no,
my
no, I'm not
point.
done speaking. I'm not done speaking. I have always stated that across the board. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to change a group of people like myself who are actually Indigenous and change them into something else and turn you guys who have of African descent into Indigenous. Now, if you are of African descent and of Indigenous descent, cool. But there are people, when you're trying to indoctrinate them into all this shit, what you're doing is you're actually pushing the same shit that Walter Plecker pushes. You're pushing
What?
racial science just like everybody else because you're trying to change up people by reclassifying people. That's all you're doing. But you know, we could keep going.
Come on, keep bringing out
The
some source.
Pocahontas
You got 1 minute
exception,
and 50
the
seconds. Come on.
Pocahontas exception when it came to Walter Plecker was those that had 150,000 other mulattoes in Virginia are watching eagerly the attempt of their pseudo-Indian brethren ready to follow in a rush when the first have made a break in the dike. As a consequence, he decided that there are no native-born Virginia Indians free from Negro intermixture. Free from Negro intermixture. So obviously Walter Plecker, the guy you guys quote so much, understood and stated in multiple ways that he knew there was a difference between Negro and Native. And on top of that, he then decided to call everybody colored. You were either white or colored. That was it. Give you my time.
Okay. Now, back on that statement where you said that black people was having birth certificates with the word white on it. You know that
That's
was
not
his
what it
main
said.
attention. Go back to it. Go back and read it. He said it was white. He said there was black people that had white on their birth certificates.
No. It
Okay.
said, hold on, let me find it.
We all heard you.
No, it said in many cases, Negroids have white marriage certificates.
White marriage certificates. Why would they
Yes.
have white
While
marriage certificates? Come on, think now. Think.
what hold on. It said while the borough demands correct legal registration as to race when their children's births are reported. So
Come on, think.
what do you
Think.
mean come on think? All that means is
Why
that
would a Negro listen? Why would a Negro have a white marriage certificate? What were black people
they
doing?
passed as white, they were mixed.
No, they were going around claiming the white status. It was all
Yes, because
about a
they passed
status
as
by the
white.
end of the day. It ain't had nothing to
Because
do with
they
your
passed as
skin
white.
color.
They were
Oh my
white
God. All right.
skinned.
Hey, I'm finna go ahead and start my time. Let's go ahead
Go
and get
ahead.
it. All right,
Because
5 minutes.
everybody
All
spent.
right, and now we finna go to what Dr. Walter Plecker was doing. Okay.
Go ahead. Go explain
All
what
right,
Dr. Walter
Dr.
Plecker was
Walter
doing.
Plecker. Here we go. Shoot. Let me make sure I got the shit correct. Do, 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 do. Okay. Long before the Indian woman gave birth to a baby boy, Virginia branded him with a race other than his own. Okay. Proud of her Indian heritage, the woman was dismayed when hospital officials designated him as black on his birth certificate. Again, this was all about birth certificates. They threatened to bar his discharge unless she acquiesced. And it says the original orders from the Richmond generations ago. Virginia's former long-term registrar of the Bureau of Vital Statistics, Dr. Walter Ashley Plecker, believed there were no real native-born Indians in Virginia. Boom. So they automatically destroyed your shit right there.
Absolutely
And it says that,
negative.
hold on, let me finish. And nobody claiming to be Indian had a mix of black blood. It did not say African. It said black. You're associating African and Negro.
No, I'm
You're
not.
associating. You're
No, I'm
associating
not.
Negro and black to African. You just
No, I'm
did.
not.
Look, we're gonna have the recording on YouTube. It's cool.
You can
But
have
as
it,
I was
but I did
saying,
not
as I
associate
was saying,
anything. I said,
as I was saying,
no, what you're not going to do is you're not
and it
going
said
to switch
and it said
roles
aggressively
around. That's what you're
policing the
not going to
color
do.
line. He
Go ahead.
classified pseudo Indians as black, even issued in 1943. He classified a racist man. A hit list of surnames belonging to mongrel or mixed blood families suspected of having Negro ancestry, who must not be allowed to pass as Indian or white. And it says, with hateful language, he denounced their tactics. Like rats, when you are not watching, they have been sneaking in their birth certificates through their own midwives, giving either Indian or white racial classification. And it says, Plecker wrote 28 years later, the Monacan mother surname still was on Plecker's list. She argued forcefully with the hospital officials. She lost today. She lost. And it says, my bad. The woman's eyes revealed her lingering pain. She consulted with civil rights lawyers and eventually won a correction on her son's birth certificate. So if she wasn't a fucking Negro, she wouldn't even be called an Indian. The shit wouldn't even never got called. If she wasn't an Indian, they would have never even corrected it. Again, you have fucking failed. And it says, I don't
What are
think the
you
prejudice
talking
would ever
about?
stop. Listen what she says. Since you want to go with an emotional rant, it says, I don't think the
That
prejudice
was not
will
an
ever
emotional
stop,
rant.
said the woman who agreed to talk to the reporter only. And it says she consulted with civil lawyers and eventually went. Hold on, I already read that part. Blah 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 blah. Uh, how many minutes I got? Let's go. Since we want to talk about Dr. Walter Plecker, I don't think the prisoners will ever stop, said the woman who agreed to talk to the reporter only in the condition of anonymity. I probably said the word wrong, but whatever. She waged a personal battle in modern terms against the bitter legacy of Plecker. This was Plecker, who ran the Bureau from 1912 in 1946. A racial supremacist. Plecker and his
Yo,
influence. Listen, let me finish. Plecker and his influential aliases helped shape one of the darkest chapters in Virginia history. Plecker believed in Darwinism. Plecker believed all black people came from Africa. Plecker believed everybody came from monkeys. Plecker believed in the Homo sapien and all that other shit. So by default, when he see a black person, he automatically suspect African because he believed in Darwinism. Again, you have freaking failed. Uh,
actually, no, you actually keep proving
I'm
it.
not done. And it says, at his epoch of Virginia, sponsored racism, a physician born just before the Civil War, Plecker embraced the now discredited eugenics movement. You in trouble, as a scientific rationale for preserving Caucasian racial purity. So why did Dr. Walter Plecker, when he said something,
I want you
let
to
me
answer a
finish. When
question.
Dr. Walter Plecker in his Racial Integrity Act, why did he say mixed white and Native American? Why did he just say if you're mixed with white? Why if you're mixed with white, why didn't he just say, oh, you're mixed with white and you're Indian? He said, no, you're a pure Indian. He did that to preserve the Caucasian purity. He saw only two races. He only saw two races, Caucasians and non-Caucasians. Now, there you go. You fucked up. Now the next part, hold on, how many minutes I
No,
got? How many
you
minutes I
fucked
got?
up, but
I got 4
okay.
minutes. I'm gonna show you. On the next part, I'm gonna show you what Walter Plecker was doing to these women in a hospital they identified as an Indian.
Okay.
There you go. Here go your 5 minutes.
So I'm not sure what the whole eugenics and emphasizing eugenics, because I don't believe in eugenics thing, was about. But all right, we
But
already
you
know.
pushing
But what
Dr.
happened?
Walter
But
Plecker's
you're
narrative though.
right.
So
It is
therefore you
funny
got to be
because
since
I'm
you're
not cutting.
promoting
Why
him.
are you cutting into my shit?
Because
So
I
because
can.
we also understand, like, nobody's disputing the fact that he was a racist eugenist. So I don't know why you was like emphasizing that shit. But that was your time. So anyway, let's actually read the actual act, the act to preserve racial integrity. Let's read that. So if we go down to Number 4, no marriage license shall be granted until the clerk or deputy clerk has reasonable assurance that the statements as to color of both men and women are correct. If there is reasonable cause to disbelieve the applicants of pure white race, when that fact is stated, the clerk or deputy clerk shall withhold the granting of the license until satisfactory proof is produced that both applicants are white persons as provided for in this act. The clerk or deputy clerk shall use the same care to assure himself that both applicants are colored when the fact is claimed. It shall hereafter be unlawful for any white person in the state to marry any save a white person, or a person with no other admixture of blood than white and American Indian. For the purpose of this act, the term white person shall apply only to the person who has no trace whatsoever of any blood other than Caucasian. But persons who have 1/16 or less of the blood of the American Indian and have no other non-Caucasus blood shall be deemed to be white. So meaning if you have less than 1/16 of native blood and no other ethnic blood in you, from black to whatever, Asian or whatever, you would be determined to be white. All laws heretofore passed and now in effect regarding the intermarriage of white and colored persons shall apply to marriage prohibited by this act. In this act himself, he doesn't say Negro or Indian as far as what they are calling and reclassifying. They are reclassifying as colored. So anybody who is non-white and less than 1/16 of native, or everybody that is white and less than 1/16 native blood is classified as white. Anybody who is more than 1/16 native blood or any other ethnic background is colored. That's what the
Hey,
Racial
Brown Girl
Integrity
Pride.
Act
Excuse me,
states.
that is not the act that you're reading. You're
That
reading
is the
the comment.
actual,
You're reading
this is
commentary
the
of the act. That is
actual,
not the
no,
act.
no, 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 no. This is the actual Racial Integrity Act. That's what it states. That's what it means. So don't cut me off. So then we
Hmm.
go back
But you
to,
still cut yourself
we
though.
go, we go back to the racial, what, Walter Plecker, who he was and all of that stuff, right? And he states that in 1930, the General Assembly officially updated the Racial Integrity Act to define a colored person as anyone who holds even one drop of Negro blood. As far as Plecker was concerned, this meant that all Native Americans in Virginia would now be identified as colored. Any birth certificates predating 1924 that identified a person as Indian were overwritten as colored, as assigned by the state. His racist investigations and practices were comprehensive, using lists of surnames descendant from free Negroes to be used in the racial identification of colored persons. So anybody who was mixed, anybody who was of African descent, anybody who was of Native descent, were all reclassified as colored, unless you had more than 1/16 Native blood and European blood. That's all that was. So again, this subjective shit, like, they're going to change the classification systems how they see fit and what they deem is beneficial to them. So all you're doing is proving that all they did was reclassify people all the time. That's all they did. So I don't understand what your point is. That doesn't
My
prove
point,
anything. Anybody
Brown Girl
was
Pride.
reclassified. Everybody was reclassified. You look at Southern Indigenous
Okay,
people,
I thought you was asking me a
Mexicans,
question.
Hondurans, all of those people, they all get reclassified as something other than Indigenous. All this shit has been happening for years on all kinds of levels. So I still don't understand your whole point in this debate.
Okay, now I'm gonna answer your question. Reclassifier. Are you not listening to yourself? People who have been practicing their heritage, they've been living as a tribe for an extremely long time during colonialism and before colonialism, have been reclassified as a Negro. Somebody came to their land and believed in Darwinism and said, hey, I believe all black people, any melanated person, I believe every single melanated person came from Africa because the temperatures are hot.
But that doesn't
Do
mean
you
these
see? Let me finish. Let me
reclassifications.
finish. Let me
These
finish.
no,
That's
no.
I'm
This is my
telling.
time. I don't need to let you
You
finish.
got 10 seconds because I was
No, well,
asking you
you
a
got
question.
your
You asked
little
me a
whole bunch
question.
of shit. So okay,
You
I'll
had
remember
asked me a
that. I'll take
question.
about 30 seconds of your time on your shit. Go
That's
ahead.
that's fine. I'll give you 30 seconds at the end of my time. I'm not married about it. But the thing is, sorry. The thing is, what you had did.
What? All you're doing is proving reclassifications. That's all you're doing. You're not
Hey,
proving your whole point of this shit was that you were gonna prove black
can
people,
you read that middle
overrepresentation of
paragraph right
black
there?
people were here before colonization. You're not
Can
all
you
you're doing is proving reclassifications after
can you read that? Can
colonization.
you read that middle
That's
paragraph
all you're
right there,
doing.
please? Can
All
you
you're
read that
doing
middle
is
paragraph?
proving reclassifications after colonization.
Brown
You're
girl pride.
supposed to prove
Brown
black
girl pride.
people and what the
Brown girl
definition of
pride. Can
black
you
people
read
look
that
like.
middle paragraph right there, please?
I did
Me
read
to
it to
read
you
the middle
already.
one right there where it says PBS interview. Read that whole entire middle paragraph right there in the middle.
What are you talking
The
about?
look
This one?
the I mean the little one. The little one right there at the
That
top.
one?
Yeah, read that one.
What about it? Federal
Read,
Plecker's strict
read
definitions of whiteness and blackness led to a mass erasure of Virginia Indian identity.
thank
Yeah,
you.
Indian
Continue
identity.
to continue to read it.
As a
Continue to read
result
it.
of his efforts, Virginia Indians often have difficulty in proving an unbroken lineage, one of the many requirements to becoming a federally recognized tribe. Federal recognition represents government to government relationship between the United States and tribes and acknowledges tribal sovereignty and their ability to self-govern within their community. What?
Do you not understand what you just read?
No, do you not understand what I just read?
Oh my God.
What do you mean, oh my
Are
God?
you read it again? Read it
You're pushing
slow.
for some shit
Read
that's
it
not even
slow.
there.
They just said they struggle to have their identity between whiteness and blackness. This is a
No, that's
white
not what it
black
says
thing. Oh
at
my
all.
God.
It says Plecker's
Oh my
strict
God. Hey, let's
definitions
go
of
ahead and read it
whiteness
because
and
the whole
blackness
hey, we're
led
gonna leave this
to
Dr.
mass
Walter Plecker thing
erasure.
alone.
How are you
I just started my
literally
time.
going
Let me
to
go.
change what was
Okay.
said while it's on the fucking screen, dude?
You
That's
just
not
read it.
what it
You
said.
just read it. Everybody understood it. You literally just
No,
destroyed yourself.
you obviously cannot comprehend what the hell
Okay,
you're
the whole
reading.
point of the
Because
debate
that's
is to
not what it
prove that
said at all.
Negroes was here
Prove
before
that they were here.
colonialization. Now here we go. This is, and by the way, we finna go ahead and continue this. This all I'm gonna say. The whole point of the debate is to prove that Negroes was here before colonization. This is Langdorf's narrative or the Rezanoff voyage to New California in 1806. Okay? Again, people, the point of the debate is to prove Negroes was here before colonization. Can you prove Negroes was here before colonization reading Dr. Walter Plecker shit? No, you cannot, because his whole fucking problem was trying to put the black eye, trying to make everybody that was of a black hue or a brown hue, he was trying to convert them to be Negroes. They ain't had nothing to do with you proving that we was here before colonization or you opposing or some shit like that. You really didn't prove anything. But here we go. It says right here, these are the Indians of California. It says these Indians was of a middling or rather short stature, and their color is such a dark brown that it approaches black. And it says this color is owning very much to their filthy mode of living, to the power of the sun rays, to their custom of smearing their bodies with mud and amber dust, and their slovenly way of wearing their scanty covering. Now here we go. It says their lips are large, thick, and protruding. Ain't that an African trait? What y'all say? Ain't that a Negro trait? And it says their noses broad. They got big noses, flat, and Negro-like. And it says their features in many respects resemble those of the Negro in their color also, but their black hair. And it says, however, is in the highest degree different, being long and straight, left to grow naturally. It would often hang down even below the hips, but they calmly cut it to the length of 4 to 5 inches. When it sticks out like bristles, that's like a porcupine. And it says, and this to the eyes of the European is very repellent. And it says their forehead It says the forehead appears extremely low as the hair grows very far down towards the eyes. The eyebrows are not very hirsute. The beard is but moderately thick, and many pinch out the hairs with mucus shells. They said these people are Negro-like. So let's pull up somebody that matches that description. Okay. It says their hair. It says their hair was like bristles, right? And that's kind of like a porcupine in a sense, right? When it grows out. So let's look at this. Blacks around the world. And this is one of my favorite ones to go to right here. Ooh, let me hear if I find him. I know my time is going down real freaking fast. Where you at? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? He's here somewhere. What's my time? 1 minute, 27 seconds. Come on, where you at, man? There he is. There he is, right here. Hair sticks out like bristles. You see? If his hair grew all the way to his hips, he would look like a fucking porcupine. He is Negro-like. This is a Pacific Islander. Now, come on now. I just showed you a documentation of Negro-like people living here in America before colonization. How many seconds I got left? I got 50 something seconds left. Okay. Shit. Description of Black Indians. We got this one right here. A voyage to Senegal or the history of here, whatever. Here's just another source, and it says we're gonna skip. It says the blacks are a kind of men destined by nature to inhabit Africa and America. It says she has created them for burning regions. Let us therefore take care not to oppose her views and overthrow the barriers which she has established, but let us preserve their races and their natural purity, and not permit the Negroes to inhabit Europe. The mixture of black and white is dangerous. The same thing what Walter Plecker said to our populations. And in time may change and corrupt and destroy. This man literally just said that the blacks of America, the blacks live in America and the blacks live in Africa. My time is done.
Jesus, do you not understand anything you read? Or do you just make up shit when you do it?
You guys explain who the
Anyway,
Negro-like individual they found here in America.
since you
Now,
still haven't,
my question to you is, can you
proved,
please pull up the individual who is the
since you
Negro-like
still
Indian,
have
the Native
not
American is here?
proved Negroes, quote unquote, your word, not mine, being here prior to 1492, because all you're using is racial science. So,
It
and
don't
you're
matter what you
using,
try to say.
hold on, I'm not
If
done.
I give
It's
a
my
description
time.
of what
It's my
somebody look
time.
like,
It's
you're
my
gonna say
time.
it's race.
It is
So it
my
don't matter what you
time.
say. I'm
It
proving a
is my
point. It don't
time.
matter.
It is my time. Now,
Go ahead.
with that being said, in order, the way you are trying to prove your claim is through phenotypical
Hmm.
description that was subjective, and mind you, 200, 300 years later in the writings, subjective to what individual Europeans saw based on the regions they were in. So, with that being said, since you want to use racial science, which has been debunked, by the way, let's talk about that. When we talk
The
about,
point is to prove that
I'm
Negroes
not
wasn't here.
done. I'm not done.
This
I'm not
debate is not
done.
about racial
I
science.
am not done. I am not done. The science of race, how 17th and 18th century scientists who tried to prove that humankind is divided into separate and unequal races. And it goes into how he regarded Coriolis Linnaeus regarded humanity as species with the animal kingdom and divided the species into four variants: European, American, Asiatic, and African. In 18th century, he used Greek statues to establish standards of beauty and ranked human faces by how closely they resembled his ideal. All of this is racial science based off of phenotype. And so when we go into what scientific racism is, and even what that skulls, the measurement of skulls, that is invalid because it cannot prove race, because we are all of our phenotypes are based off of region and based off of environment. So let me go into, where did I put it? Where is it? What do you mean, my God? Whatever. Stop.
You're not
If I had to
proving
go
that
into my next.
black people wasn't here in America before colonialism. You're not proving it.
Okay, so let's talk about how climate shaped our nose. So when we talk about how climate shaped our nose, we understand that. No. Let's go
You
into
just
it.
said scientific
I'm not
racism. Now you're talking about
done.
climate shaping somebody's
No, that's
nose.
listen, scientific racism is basing phenotypes of someone's subjectivity, not off of actual science. So let's talk about how it shapes our nose. The idea that climate impacts nose shape is not new. The effects of tropical light on white men, that the shape and size of the nose and the position of the nostril are now fairly well proved to be a matter of selection of the fittest
What's the
variety.
source?
It's Smithsonian. And went to describe how, in his opinion, a nose shape could help one adapt to a climate over type. In the tropics, where the air is hot and therefore rarefied, more of it is necessary, and it is essential that there should be no impediment to the air current, so the nostrils are open and wide and the nose very flat. So this happens in tropical climates. This is why you'll see wide noses in the in very humid environments, such as the Amazon, such as in certain places in Africa, such as certain places in Asia. You won't see a more narrow nose. So that the nose must be large and have a much warming surface, and the nostrils therefore are slender, slits to admit air in the thin ribbons easily warmed. Hence, there must have been a natural selection in cold countries of one kind of various large concentrated noses. So when you see Native Americans here in the Americas that have more slender noses, this is because they came up from more northern areas and cooler climates. So again, nose itself as a phenotype, regardless of how wide it is, you can't contribute that to quote unquote black people alone. It's based on region. We can even go into the evolution of why we have thicker lips. We can go into that. This is a primitive thing, and it is so you could communicate with lips or because of language, how it wasn't established as well as it is now. So it was to articulate what you were trying to say. It was also a way to breastfeed. That is a much easier latch on a woman if a baby has fuller lips. So it feeds their baby. It's a way of survival. So many cultures across the world had fuller lips. We can even go into human skin color and the diversity of human skin color and what that's about, which is also based on environment and mutations on environment. So no matter what you do, all you're doing is bringing up racial science that bases one's ethnicity or race. I'm not done. Don't say, hey, why are you butting in? You need to stay the fuck out of this conversation.
My bad. I actually unmuted because it was my bad. Go ahead. You got 30 more seconds though. You go ahead.
So
You
with
go
that
ahead. 30
being
more seconds.
said, you're using racial science where you take phenotypes and assign them an ethnicity, a race, or an ancestral background. That's what you're doing. I don't do that. I go against that because I understand that phenotypes are based on region. What you cannot say and what nobody can say is that based on skin color or phenotypes, that's what makes you what you are. I have always agreed to that. But the problem I have with y'all's rhetoric is that you are literally trying to reclassify our ancestors and reclassify us and push pseudo history.
Look,
And
look.
you're using white
You
supremacy
just
tactics to
look.
do it.
You just said
So you
that
still
it's
haven't
science.
proven to me that quote unquote Negroids
I
were
already
here
proved it. I
before
already proved
1492.
it.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
didn't.
prove it again. I'm gonna
You
prove it
didn't
again.
prove
But
anything.
look,
All you did was give me
look. Check this out.
phenotypical
Check this out. Now,
description.
now at this
Now
point, you're just preaching to a choir.
all you did
I'm
was
finna go
give
ahead and finish your
phenotypical
ass. I'm finna go ahead and
description.
finish your ass.
All you
I'm
did
finna
was
the
give
point.
phenotypical description.
Okay, now, audience, this is what she did. She brought out scientific racism as her first source. And she talked about how talking about one's phenotype, talking about how how a person knows due to the climate and shit. She said that is scientific racism and that is subjective. Then proceeds to bring out an article to promote scientific racism as her case to prove that black people was not here. You cut your fucking self. I think you're doing that because I don't think you're understanding what the fuck you're doing right now. But I digress. But let's go. Let's go. Again, the point is to prove that black people was here before colonization. And here we go. It says on American history. Well, let me start the timer. On American History by Professor Rafinsky. I probably said his name wrong. Friend, do not butcher me. But here we go. We're going to go to right here. It says, it is sufficient to mention that there were in America before Columbus came, this is pre-Columbus, nations and tribes of following complexions: copper, tawny, olive, dusky, white or pale, yellow, dark brown, and black. None red unless painted. And that all these complexions are also found in Asia, Polynesia, and Africa. It says the Native American Negroes or Black Indians have been seen in Brazil, Guyana, Caracas, Papillon, Choco, North California, which I just read, and by many early travelers and writers. They are mentioned by Neuenhoff, Rely, and Langsdorff, the one I just read, Dangalera, and Burroughs. And some of them, such as the Orioles and the Carreras of Cumana, were black, but with fine features and long hair, like the Jolofs or the Gallos of Africa. Okay. Now it says others in New California, 32 degrees, called Esteros, are like the Hottentots. Do you know who the Hottentots is? They're comparing an Indian tribe that look just like the Hottentots. That screams Negro type people was here in America. And the Namakas. Do you know who they is? And the Nambukis. Do you know who those is? Those are the people of Africa. Those are African tribes being compared to California Indian tribes. And it says in many other Negration tribes, not black, but dark brown. What color am I? I am a light brown complexion. So what color is my wife? She is a dark brown complexion. You are not dark brown. You are not a derivative of brown. You are a yellow complexion. And it says, yet complete Negroes with large, thick lips, broad, flat noses, and very handsome, with her crisp and curly. He basically telling you the Indians in California are Negroes. He gave you the description what they look like and everything. But if they went to Africa and they gave a description of what an African look, you wouldn't say shit about that. Do you remember the video I just showed to you on Woken's live today, when you said you look just like the African with the woolly hair? You remember when you said that shit? And you said you don't do that shit? You just said you don't do that scientific racism, but in that TikTok live video today with Woken, you said I look just like the African with the woolly hair. Now look, you ain't had no problem when they said that shit, but now you got a problem saying it's subjective. It's scientific racism. Fuck out of here with that shit. You cut yourself. And it said the Negro features belong to the form of the head rather than a color, since those are in Africa, Asia, and Polynesia. Black, brown, yellow, olive, coppery, even white Negroes is in America. I proved it, bro. It's done. The Negroes of Coreca, whatever how they say it, and Choco, the great level plain, 300 miles miles long, 90 wide, separating the Andes and South America. They telling you they found Negroes here in the damn location. Stop the shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. And it says in the mountains of Panama were black with woolly heads in 1506. Get out of here. They were mentioned by Laria, and all the earlier accurate writers. The two last travelers who've been seeing these Negroes are Stevenson, 20 years travel in South America, London in 1825. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. I already told you, bro. I can keep going on and on. I got a whole bunch of sources to prove my point that that Negroes was here in America. How much time I got left? I got 12 seconds. I'm done. I give my time.
People from different regions throughout the Americas, which is in the way they describe different people in different regions throughout Africa and the islands. That's all you're doing. Their phenotypes are dictated by their
Brown girl,
environment.
probably you have to bring it back because you was muted. It's like as soon as you started, you was in the middle of a sentence. I don't
Can
know
you
why
hear
you
me?
was muted. I can hear you now. You have to reinstate what you had said.
So
I'm
all that
starting.
you're doing is all you're proving is that you're taking subjective descriptions from white colonizers to describe different people of different regions. I never said that nobody had curly hair or woolly hair here. I said the vast majority of natives here had straight hair because it was not a thing for us to need curly hair here. The adaptation of curly hair, and you'll see more curly hair in more desert regions, was literally as a lace period to be able to cool off from the sweat. It was a way to air condition the hair to keep the head to keep it cooler. That's what it was because they were in more dry, arid desert areas.
Scientific
That's how curly
racism you
hair
just
was
did.
established. That is found in a genetic study, by the way.
Scientific
So
racism.
you don't have, that's not
You're displaying
scientific
it.
race. That is not scientific racism. You obviously don't
Double
know what
standard.
scientific racism is.
Double standard.
Scientific, shut up. No, scientific
Don't tell
racism
me to shut up. I ain't
is
gonna shut up.
scientific racism is literally taking how somebody looks and then assigning them a racial category based off of that look. So you could be from Africa, you could be from India and have very similar looks and be called the same thing based off of looks. That is scientific racism, which is been debunked because race is not biological, it is a social construct. Therefore, all you're doing is taking phenotypical descriptions from white colonizers and then saying that that's who you are and other people who look like you based off of that, when that may not be true. Based off of your own shit, people were of many different colors and many different descriptions throughout the Americas. Based on your own source, people were of many different colors throughout Africa. That's based on your sources. With that being said, you can't turn around and then apply just because you are of a certain description that you are of that people. Because you can have that same environment on a whole different continent. And then you develop the phenotypes based on that environment over thousands and thousands of years. All you're doing is proving that you push scientific racism and white supremacy ideology. That's all you've done tonight. You haven't established any scientific facts on the people being here of being quote unquote Negroid. And we can already establish that quote unquote Negroid has many different definitions and subjective definitions based on the people who is using the term. So all of this is subjective shit, not based in any kind of scientific fact at all. Multiple ethnic people can have wider set noses. Multiple ethnic people from many different parts of the world can have fuller lips. Multiple people can have many variations of skin color throughout various parts of the world. You haven't shown anything that shows scientifically the quote unquote Negroid based on whatever subjective definition you want to use based off of stereotypical phenotypes was here before 1492. This is all based off of phenotype. That's your whole argument, is phenotype. When nobody is arguing that, I have always said, and many other natives have always said, we come in a variety of phenotypes here. Period. So again, your argument is not based in anything but opinion of other people's subjective views of what other people look like. That's all your proof is. You want to say that you fucking destroyed me? That's all you got? You ain't got no DNA evidence? You guys like to use DNA when you want to call us fucking Siberian, but now you don't want to use DNA. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no artifacts, no nothing. All you got is phenotypes. That's all you got? Bro, do better. Shit. I don't need to
In this
produce
damn
a source
debate.
because all you're
You lost
showing
the
us
debate.
is
You lost. I got
nothing.
one more thing. I got
I
one more thing that I'm
produce
gonna cut you
sources.
off.
I
I
prove
got
that
one more
all
thing,
it
and I'm gonna
is
show
is
you.
subjective
And then
opinion,
the
not based in
audience
fact.
is gonna
That's
choose
what I
who had
prove. I
won.
debunk
So
you with
okay,
sources
you
proving
got
that you is
30
all
seconds.
subjective, not based in fact. I use
30
my
seconds.
sources to debunk the fact that you're using subjective definitions. That's all you're doing. So I debunk your sources that way.
You ain't debunked nothing.
I did.
You lost by that
All you
fight.
did
You
was
ain't
prove
prove. You did not
subjective
prove that Negroes was not here
opinion,
before
not
colonialism.
fact.
You have not proved that. All you did
Subjective
was just race.
opinion,
All you did
not
was just really
fact.
been
And
racist
all
today.
you did
So
was
I'm
show
gonna
that
go
you
ahead and
don't know
cut
what
you
the
real
fuck you're
quick.
talking about and have no
You're
comprehension of
done.
what you're
You're
saying.
done. You doing the belittling. You
I'm
already got
done. I am
disqualified
done at this point.
because
So
you
you
already
ain't
lost by
proved nothing.
belittling
You
already.
wasted
But let's go. We better go
an
ahead and produce a
hour of
source.
my
I'm not here to
time and
argue.
haven't proved
I'm
a
not here to
fucking
argue.
thing.
I'm not here to argue. Let's go. All right. You just said you don't do scientific racism. You just said you don't do that shit. And you just said everybody got wide noses, everybody this and everybody that. That's scientific racism. That's subjective. How the hell else can we describe if there's a black people here in America? How can we describe them? Because as soon as we say, oh, their skin complexion was brown or something, that's subjective. Don't say that shit. Well, their nose was kind of wide or something like that. That's subjective. Don't say that shit. Then how can I prove it if I can't describe them? You see what I'm saying? You see how stupid that is? That is so damn dumb. So I guess this is stupid too, right? So guys, check this out. I'm gonna show y'all something. This right here. Let me start. Oh yeah, I just started because we really about done. This right here, is this subjective? If somebody broke into your house and your neighbors saw it and they gave the police a description of what the person looked like, is that subjective? Can they not use that description? Can they not use that description? It don't matter. It doesn't matter. You have not proven a damn thing up here. You have not proven nothing. But look, it says it gave a description of what the person looked like. So it says right here, it says Gladys looks 30 years old. That's subjective. He's 160 pounds. You shaming his weight. You body shaming. That's subjective. He's copper colored. How dare you call him copper colored? That's subjective. They were at Gaines Nelson fight in San Francisco. How dare you? That's subjective. He could have been anywhere. They're being subjected to the land, to the earth. That could have been anything. Do you see how stupid that statement is? Oh, it got so much feelings. It's feelings. Fuck all that. I'm not here for that bullshit. Here we go. We're gonna tap into this a little more. This is what Brown Girl Pride did, y'all. Now, in that description, it said we had straight hair, like mine. Your hair doesn't look like mine. Your hair looks like the description of the African man that they were describing. First of all, boom, boom, boom. Scientific racism, subjectiveness. You got cut by the way you say that you're not, but you just displayed it. Boom, body bag, motherfucker. People, the debate is done. It is finished. Go on ahead and put your polls in. Go on ahead, y'all. Go ahead and put your polls in the comments. I'm finna go ahead and start the poll. If you believe Brown Girl Pride won, I'm finna make the
So
poll
he
right
obviously
now.
muted me,
Go
right?
ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Debate is over.
Anyway, since he want to talk shit, subjectiveness.
Oh,
This
you can
one
keep
shows
talking. It's
someone
done.
as described as black. Let's see another one.
You didn't even prove. You ain't proved the topic. So you're gonna have a
Subjectiveness,
record. You're
right?
gonna have a recording of
Oh,
this
let's see
Brown
this
Girl
dude.
Pride.
This dude right here, described as what? Copper colored.
Because he's a
I
copper
mean,
color man.
I'm just
All right.
saying.
All right, y'all. The poll is up.
Bro, all he did tonight was prove that he promotes
The
racial
poll is
science, and
up.
that's all he does.
Go
That's all he
ahead.
does.
Improve. Go ahead. We're gonna see who won. We're gonna see who won. The
You
poll is
definitely
up. She
didn't
has not.
win. But
She
your
have not
people are gonna
proven.
think you won.
She have
That's
not
all.
proven. Oh, your people came over here too. We saw plenty of Native Americans over here. So the Native Americans, you come over here and vote too. Native Americans on Brown Girl Pride, come over here and vote. Come over here and vote. I know y'all hear me. Go ahead and switch that, hit that little switch thing. Come over here and vote too. Come vote. Everybody come vote. The poll is up. She have not provided any sources to
You
prove
did
that
not
black people.
provide
I
anything.
provided sources. I
No, you
provided the
didn't.
sources. The
All
last
you
source
did
I
was
provided
provide
proved it.
subjective
The
opinions. That's
last
all
source
you
I provided
provided.
proved it. We got it,
All you
y'all.
did was
We
provide.
got brown girl pride.
All
We
you
got brown
did
girl pride
was
in the body bag,
provide
y'all. Let's go. Let's
subjective
get it. Let's get it.
opinions.
Let's go.
All you did was
Rack the
provide
votes up.
subjective
And
opinions.
even
So
if you
yes.
bias, even if you want to just say, I hate natural, let me go ahead and vote for Brown Girl Pride. Come on, y'all, go ahead. Because her argument was subjectiveness. She was arguing about subjectiveness, not about black people being here before
You didn't. You
colonization and
didn't
not
give me any
existence.
evidence.
I
What
produced the
evidence did
sources,
you
and
give?
everybody gonna go ahead
What
and look at it
evidence
on
did you
YouTube.
give outside of subjective
To
opinion?
vote,
What
click.
what what
If you want to learn
scientific
how to vote,
evidence?
click the excuse me, they trying to learn how to vote. If you want to learn how to
What
vote, click
scientific
the
evidence did you provide outside?
if you want to learn how to vote, click the enter react side down there. Click enter react down there at the bottom, and it's gonna pull up. It's gonna say text poll. I think it's gonna say text poll, and it's gonna say a poll is in progress, and it's gonna say debate is over. You make your cast your vote right there. Go ahead. She's still trying to debate, and the debate is over. It's
There is no
done.
debate. You fucking
It's
didn't prove
done.
nothing.
It's
You
done.
actually didn't
The
fucking
sources. I ain't
prove
even had to bring
shit.
up a lot of sources.
No, you didn't
You
bring.
was
All you
easy.
did was
You was
bring up
easy as
subjective
hell.
opinions. If you
You
think
was
that's
easy as
what it
hell. I
is,
already knew you
bro,
wasn't
did you
gonna
even
bring
go to
nothing.
college? Did you go to college? Did
Yes,
you learn how to properly vote
yes.
for it?
I got a degree. You want me to show you?
Yeah, show it. Because I really don't
No,
believe
I
in
ain't showing
no
you shit.
family fucking
You
research.
ain't showing. I ain't showing you shit. I
Yeah.
got a degree though. I got a criminal justice degree. That ain't got nothing to do with history. Now what?
Obviously, because you don't
And
know
you
what the
got a
fuck
nurse
you're
and you got a
talking about.
nursing degree. They ain't got shit to do with history. What the fuck degree
I
got to
never
do with
claimed
it?
to be a
The only thing we got to
historian.
do,
I
the only
never
purpose
claimed
of
to be a
college is to
historian either.
indoctrinate you on a
I
particular,
never
on a
claimed to be a
particular, hold
historian
on,
either.
on a particular
I
class,
never
and you
claimed
want
to
to
be
throw
a
a degree.
historian
That's how I
either.
know you're intimidated. That's how I
No,
know you
but
lost.
my
Because now you want to talk about
degree says
college.
I believe in
You
So I have to have
lost.
science.
a degree to debate.
My
You got to have a
nursing degree
degree to
says I
debate.
believe in science and evidence, and you didn't provide anything outside of
I,
subjective opinion.
do I got to
That's
bring up
all
all
you
the
did.
sources I just brought up? Do I got to do it? Because your
Bro,
main
all
topic,
you did
your
was bring up
main talking
subjective
points was
opinion.
about Dr. Walter
That's it.
Plecker and his racism.
Subjective
So
opinion. That's
are y'all
all
expecting
you
to
did.
the reward? She got to get the fuck out
No,
y'all
because
house.
in her
She
mindset,
already
she
fucking
believes she
told you.
won. She believes she won, but the audience is gonna choose who won. So if the audience say that I won, you got to get your ass off TikTok. That was the
I ain't
agreement.
getting the fuck off TikTok. You tripping.
Look, the
Well,
native
get
look.
your head, get your coat,
You that fucking
and
scared of
leave
me.
the blow. Well, get your head, get your coat, and leave the
Nobody asked
blow.
for your
You better
fucking
get your head,
loudmouth
get
fucking
your coat,
opinion.
and
No one
leave
asked
the
for your
blow. Then
loudmouth
get your
fucking
head,
opinion.
get your
No
coat,
one
and leave
asked for
the blow.
your
Now get your head,
loudmouth
get your
loudmouth
coat,
ass
and leave the
fucking
blow. So get
opinion.
your head, get
Like,
your coat,
here you
and
go,
leave the
jumping
blow.
in,
So get
being
your head,
false for
get
your
your coat,
husband,
and
as if
leave
your
the flow.
husband
So
ain't
get
got
your
the
head,
balls to
get your
goddamn
coat,
self.
and leave the
So
flow.
nobody fucking
Hey,
cares
Hey
about your goddamn
hey
loud opinion.
y'all want a bonus? Do y'all want a bonus?
There is no bonus,
I'm gonna
bro.
give y'all a bonus real quick.
There is no
she gonna
bonus,
talk
bro.
about them
You
T-Rounds.
didn't
She better
prove
worry about
shit.
that nasty ass room she
You
in.
didn't
That's what she
prove
better
shit.
worry about. Pick up
Hey
that dirty ass pan off the floor. Pick up that damn plate.
now check this out. I'm gonna give y'all a bonus. This is y'all bonus right here. This is the Codex Mendoza. The Codex
What
Mendoza.
does that have to do
And
with anything? You're gonna
the
show people
Codex
with different
Mendoza
colors of
is
skin.
gonna show
You're gonna show
descriptions
people
of
with
Negroes in
no.
Central
That doesn't
America
say Negro.
fighting Mongol type people.
That doesn't say.
Excuse me. Excuse me. This is descriptions of Negroes. She gotta say, oh, that's subjective. Come on now. Who is this on the ground? Who is this on the ground? Who is that on the ground? Who is this? This is the Codex Mendoza showing Negroes here before colonialism. And yes, the natives was here too, but they were Mongolians. They came here way before colonialism. Come on, look,
Who coming
y'all.
to the after party though?
Look, y'all. Look, y'all. Look. dark, brown, black. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. They even depicted themselves. The debate is over. Brown girl pride. She lost 10%. 10%. 10%.
Disconnect. 10%.
Now she finna go cry in her car.
She finna go cry. She finna go fucking cry. Let's put it up. Let's put up the poll. And Brown Girl Pride, I told her people to come over, so they heard me. So it ain't no fucking dispute. It ain't no fucking excuse saying your people. No, you had your people too to come over here. And my people went over there and voted too. If you did put it up there too. So let's put up this green screen, y'all. Let's put it up. Y'all got y'all debate, y'all first debate with a Native American, and she ain't did a jack diddly squat. Look, y'all. And she can't say nothing because her people came over here. Y'all. She got 10%. And ain't no excuse. If they was riding for you like the way they riding for you, shit, you would have been at 89%. I let the people vote. It was a co-host, so it ain't no fucking excuse. You got more followers than me. You got 59,000 followers. I only got 25,000. It ain't no excuse.
2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1. All 4 big Indians, y'all better stand up and holler.
Lost. You're gone. Like I said, it's over with. To be honest, bro, I think she bought them followers. I believe she bought them followers. But look, I won't even be surprised if a Native American, if they disliked her so bad, they came over here and voted for Brother Natural. So y'all seen the debate? Woken told me to do her dirty. I did her a little dirty. I ain't hit her with everything I got. I had photos full of everything. I just went to the most simplest shit that she could understand. But the thing is, what y'all learned. Y'all seen that Brown Girl Pride. She tried to talk down on scientific racism, then turn around and use scientific racism, and then turn around again and said that is subjective, that is scientific racism, and my feelings hurt. Then turn around again and use scientific racism. Hey, man, y'all, hey, bro, the dude that put the clowns, hey, you lost. Y'all take the L for today. It's done. It's over. We won. Go back to y'all.
Somebody that's really knowledgeable. And please don't come on my panel talking about some that's subjective. The debate wasn't about subjectiveness. The debate was about proving that black people was here before colonialism. And I produced like 3 goddamn sources, 3 to 4 sources. And then I played ball with her with this Dr. Walter Plecker shit. I didn't even want to get to Dr. Walter Plecker. Dr. Walter Plecker literally said white man blood is Indian blood. And we seen it all right before our fucking face. And she just gonna skip over that. Come on now. Quit playing games. You can't even read your own damn source properly. When I told you to reread that shit, it was hard because of whiteness and blackness. It was hard to identify because of whiteness and blackness. That's what fucking Dr. Walter Plecker believed in. He was a eugenics. He believed in eugenics. Therefore, if he believed in eugenics, he believed in Darwinism. So therefore, everybody, according to Dr. Walter Plecker's mind, he believed all black people came from Africa. So that's done. That's over. You lost. Peace, chat.
I just that I kept count, and you actually provided like 5, 6 sources. You know what I'm saying? So, and you did it so eloquently, and that was a dope live, man. And I hope people took gems from it. And the shit was funny because she kept saying she don't believe in eugenics while stating eugenics.
Hold on.
This shit was
Somebody say I didn't provide a source. Somebody say I didn't provide a source before 1492. I just brought out the Mendoza Codex. That was before 1492. Those was Negroes painted on that codex. So you
Yeah,
can
that was the
stop that shit right now.
Y'all, I went over to Brown Girl Pride Live. I'm like, girl, just end the live. I'm not gonna lie, I started to feel bad for her because she sounded embarrassed. Like, after you told her to read that first paragraph, after that, it just went tumbling down, y'all. I felt so bad. I'm like, girl, just end the live. Just end it.
Body bag. Body fucking bag. Flawless victory. Thank you,
Man, she
thank
brought
you
nothing
again,
but
Lord
emotion.
Natural. Another flawless
Yo,
victory. I
Hey,
might add. It was
I
they
just
beautiful.
gonna they
I
gonna mess
just
around and
wanna
mod. They gonna
show.
mod natural and put him into the MK1 game. They got to.
What the fuck?
They got to now. They need to just
I
mod you, brother. Look, that design I made for you, mod that whole character and put him in the game, bro. Because it's over. It's immediately. She don't understand how much she really was doing it to herself, though. That's really what it was. You didn't really
She was
do
cutting
nothing.
herself. She
You
was
was
using
chilling. You was
supremacy,
chilling.
and she didn't understand that she was using supremacy. And she was using, man, it was just so sad. I was trying to give her a chance to help her understand, but she just wouldn't understand.
It's not even the understanding.
And
It's the
look,
point that you already
she
had
cut
that one.
herself.
You had that one in the bag, knowing that she already used this in her own shit to try to defend the other shit that she was talking about.
Facts.
Now you want to try to collapse onto some things that you done heard us say or heard you say directly, and then try to flip it, and it's not working because it's always going 100% against everything that's coming out your fucking mouth. And she didn't realize that the whole time. I was laughing, bro. I couldn't even stop.
That shit
For
Hey,
was
let me tell you
me,
why it's
comical.
bad
it
though.
was
Those first two sources that she had, this is why I tell y'all they don't be doing no real research. She even did it in live time. She went straight to Google and clicked on the first motherfucking thing she seen. Like it's
that
ridiculous. Like in live time you did that. Do you know how crazy you look?
exactly.
Like
It's crazy you
man,
said that because I was
To
going to
know
say
what to
that
look for
because
in the beginning. She's
I
like, I'm
had
trying to fill
commented.
you out, natural. What
Damn,
what
can
is your
y'all hear me?
sex? I was like, what?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can
Let
hear
me
you.
put some bass in my voice. um, that's crazy you said that, Amaru, because I was going to say that because I had commented she learning that she's going. Like she literally pulled up. We watched her type not just one. Yeah, like you said, the first two sources. We literally watched her pull it up on Google, and then I don't know if anybody caught her group chat where her people was sending her sources.
All that.
I already knew the Pan Africans going to do that, and I was literally going to say on the live, like, man, you should have got the Pan Africans to help you out a little bit more. But coming with this argument about subjectiveness, it wasn't going to help you because the only thing I was going to have to do was bring up a goddamn police report. That's all I was going to have to do.
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
And
How you gonna tell me my brown skin is subjective like I ain't looking at myself right now? This shit crazy.
and the yeah, you're fact gonna that she use that brought up same that brown skin to try to say I'm African, like make it make sense. right, and the fact that she brought up a picture of the guy that was copper colored, like we don't know our people when we see our people. That was a light skinned brother. Like
we don't know what it is. Like, come on.
Wait
You know
though,
how
she
crazy you
was
look?
reading that second paragraph and she skipped over the word claiming, right? She said white
mm,
and she said something about the white tea people and she's like the white tea people, but she kind of she was like when she was saying claiming, she was like oh shit in her head and kind of lowered her voice and kind of
Exactly.
skipped over the word. And I'm like, wait, you skipped over a whole word to try to prove that it was people here with straight hair. No, they literally it literally said these people were claiming to be Indian, but they were white tea with straight hair. I'm like, girl.
She read that shit like bathwater coochie. She really tried it. She tried it. He tried it, but he's better about that shit because he read it before he went up, so he can know what not to say. She was trying to read stuff in real time to try to debunk or whatever bro was saying, and trying to do it in real time, going on the first, like you said, first level of freaking Google, not digging no more. She got her fucking hands in the dirt. She won't get a shovel or excavator to figure out nothing. But yeah, she was flexing on that like hard as hell for no fucking reason.
And change the whole narrative. He was like, this is what
Exactly.
I've been trying to prove. Hold on, boo. It's not what you've been trying to prove because you are the one that started this whole fucking fight. Can we all be real here? She is the
Facts.
one that initiated this whole fucking war, and I'm glad it ended with her ass because they were following behind her and her narrative, and people were coming to attack y'all based off of her, right? So this is crazy. Like, she got what she deserved, and she
Well,
wasn't even prepared.
Y'all listen,
exactly.
nobody enjoyed that debate more than me. Y'all, I was all at goddamn Fiesta. Speaker on loud. You understand me? Baby, speaker on big loud in Fiesta. You
I know
understand?
that's right.
Period.
I was so proud.
Who you
I was so
telling?
proud. Listen, it's nothing like when people are defeated. If you notice, she ain't put her face up on the camera since she felt defeated. The
Not
screen is
one
black
time.
right now. Her screen is black right now. She refused to show her face because she's defeated. That's all the signs of being defeated.
Me. I was like, why she
I'm
got
so
her screen black? Why she ain't got her face on there no more?
But yeah, y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all for just for even showing up and even supporting Natural. Y'all know how I feel about Natural already. Anytime I ever feel lost, I just go to his page. Anytime that I feel like I need guidance, I just go to his page because I know for one thing, anybody he's going against, he's gonna slam them every time.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime, it's always a body bag. Shout out to you, bro.
I
It was
appreciate that.
hilarious. It was
Oh,
hilarious when you
You
read the
did your
source
thing, bro.
of the
Period.
hair. It was hilarious when you read that source of the hair.
The part you talk about Professor Priya, don't butcher me.
Uh,
Rodriguez.
yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I would butcher the word too.
Oh my
But
God.
when they described
It's
it being
laughing y'all.
curly, and they like to say natives didn't have curly hair like yours.
When she said in
And then you played that video
California
at the
hair
end.
as shade, that's what got me. Like they
The
use the curly
shade.
hair
Yes.
for sweat. What? You sound stupid,
No, she lost
girl.
me with the nose. She said your nose conforms. I said, oh my God. I said I need to
Yeah,
go to
when
her
she
live and
said
just tell her to
climate
end it.
is the reason why you get your nose shaped, I was
Yes.
like, at this point, I
She
mean,
gave us
like,
the
she
same
knows
eugenic
she's
talking points.
defeated. When I heard her say that, I said, I know she knows she's defeated.
Hey,
it
I
was
promise
Yes,
I haven't
man.
heard
talking about
I
that
haven't heard
rainbow.
that whole tactic and that whole like scenario come from nobody since the 90s. I promise to God. The whole we relocate and change. Everybody's known for at least the last 20 fucking years that was all cap. I have not
Facts.
heard
It
nobody
was
pull
the
that shit
house
out in
for
so long.
me.
I was like, yo, I felt like I was in middle school listening to them tell us the first time they brung evolution into school. Cause that's the last time I heard that shit. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
But y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, for real, for real. Like being an empath is so like exhausting because on my kid's life, y'all, I really felt bad for her. Like I just started feeling like a sense of strong embarrassment on her end. I'm like, oh my God, girl, just end the live. Like, cause the more you go, you already done. And it's just like painful. Like it's not even funny. Like, you know how somebody really defeated, like B Fro just said, she couldn't even show her face.
Shit is
Like,
brutal.
y'all, that is
It's
crazy.
so weird.
Talking
That's
about
why
the
she did
lips
that.
in the man, I just threw my phone. I said, I
Jesus,
didn't know
take the
she did.
wheel. It was one
Look,
of them
but then
moments.
for me at the end,
She said the breastfeeding. That's how they bitch who
Lord,
breastfeed. I didn't breastfeed myself. What are you talking about? My son still ain't got no
Come on,
lips. I got
man.
but
full
did y'all
lips. He
see that
don't.
house though? I
What?
know y'all seen that
Tragic.
house.
So
Tragic. That's all I'm gonna say.
I said that was none but the ancestors. You
I
keep on
know she
playing, babe.
stink. I know she stink. I know she gotta stink because there's no
Oh,
way.
her house. It was dirty all day.
You ain't see
The
her
fuck?
house?
Girl, you know I can't see.
Stop playing that
My
Gucci.
phone was on the floor, and
Hey, your
naturalist
house can't
voice
be
on
dirty
the
losing
floor.
debates now.
I was
You gotta at
hollering
least
too
have a clean
loud.
house and lose the debate.
Yeah.
I know
At
y'all.
least
That's right. Y'all,
Anything now.
listen,
I
when
said she
you're
was
so
feeling
caught
like she
up,
want to read.
when you're so caught up on worrying about everybody else and not getting your house in order and work so hard to debate the wobbles or debunk the wobbles, your house get dirty. But let me tell you something, baby, baby, I could put this camera on any
Lord,
time of the day. Baby, I could put this camera on any time of the day. I bet you'll never see a dirty nothing up in this motherfucker. Never. Because I know
Shit.
I won already. There's nothing to prove. We won already. So we over here living in peace. We frying fish. We doing all kind of shit over here because we
People,
living in
we
Period.
peace.
been living in peace though. That's the thing. They thought they had an uproar, but they just wanted to get their ass handed to them. But good job, Natural. I'm so proud of y'all.
And that house was really the cherry on top. That shit done me. That shit put me in a coffin. I said, hold the fuck up.
Opium, that was for
Y'all,
you. And she put it in
y'all
the
want to know when the
bag.
debate was really over? When she just went on a whole 5 minute rant, no
Yes.
source.
I
Yeah,
said she about to get,
nothing.
oh my God. Yes.
Those are facts. She's going.
that was
You know
like
what?
Everybody
that
sit
was
their
Hey,
Right
say
there,
corner.
I say
anything,
you
top
lost
low
the
down.
debate. That's what I say. You lost the debate. You went on a whole 5 minutes. You wigging out like shit. Like it's done. Like you have nothing else to prove. You
exactly.
have not
And
proved
that
that
was
black people was not here before colonialism.
And that,
that's why I told you I was like, why is she talking
oh,
and they showing no damn source? She literally just ranting. But what did it for me was when she said, I never said y'all were African. I never said the the looker ship shit. And that's why I told you go to the video and play the part where she specifically was talking about your hair.
If y'all really listen to her, you can tell that a Pan African helped her out with this.
oh
From
yeah.
from the whole trying to pick your source apart in live time and go get the same source. It's everything she did literally screams Pan African. So
And
to
they was
whoever the
watching
Pan
too.
She
African
studied
is that helped
hard.
you, shame on you, fam. You lost
Hey,
the debate
whoever
too,
the
fam.
Pan African
Listen,
that sent her the source, please rise up. Please make a video. Please stitch me. I wanna see who you are. Was it Rob Style?
Send
Was
her
it
the
She
Brother
was the
source.
X?
only one up there.
Was it Mofax? Was it Port
It was
City?
You
Rob.
Who
are,
the one gave her the source? Cause I know one of you
you
Pan
already
Africans
know
did.
it. You
I
these
know
know,
people
it
who
was
came.
gave her
your
the
arch
source.
enemy,
We
Port
know
These
what's
City.
her
people see the
face.
You know
He
what
Pan
I'm saying?
literally
African
got up
and
here
they
calling
He's
jealous.
himself
still mad.
Negro, so it definitely wasn't him.
It's not gonna work.
The
These
only,
niggas is
the only adjustment seeing the kid I seen up in there was Rob Styles.
Y'all, man, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if that's the source y'all was gonna use against me, and if I choose to debate against y'all for that 13K, y'all would have y'all would have got whooped. I swear to God, y'all would have. I played with Brown Girl Pride. I literally did. And I'm pretty sure you could tell I was playing with her ass. And when she brought out Dr. Walter Plecker, I was like, yep, it's time to play. It's just time to play. Because once I seen her source, you was supposed to prove to me that there were no black people here. Once you brought out Dr. Walter Plecker, there wasn't no fucking source to prove. That was just to prove that there was classification that was here. That was it. So I said, yep, this would be easy. You wasn't serious. She ain't took the debate serious. You should have took me serious. Everybody know you need to take me fucking serious in the damn debate. And it's just like fucking Goku. You know how Goku like to level his motherfucker opponent? He go Super Saiyan 1, then Super Saiyan 2. Then once he get his ass beat, he like, all right, I'm gonna go all out. I was just at Super Saiyan 1.
Natural.
I still didn't go up.
This
Natural.
was in base form,
Huh?
bro.
He
Look,
KO Queen. You
Kashari
didn't even go Super
65
Saiyan.
in the comments talking about you ain't debating nobody black. How many damn melanated people you done debated on here? Him including the whole damn Justice City, whatever they call they fucking
The
self.
last melanated person I debated was Savage. And that was like a couple of weeks ago. I gave him 15 minutes. And our historic, sir, y'all muted him. Good, you just muted him, sir. What you did on your live yesterday was unacceptable. When I was bringing out a source, in the middle of me scrolling and telling you the Negroes was copper color and shit like that. After I was for to proceed to my third source, you kicked me off the panel. It literally said remove from host at the top of my screen. So you could quit playing these goddamn games. And then on top of that, once you took me off live, you showed a source that you was withholding from everybody that proved that Negroes was called copper color, and then you ended your live. So you was wasting everybody fucking time. You was fucking embarrassed, bro. You was intimidated. So stop playing this goddamn game. You trying to fucking what's the word I'm looking for? I think you just trying to clean shit up. You got something to prove now. Cause everybody seeing you for the joke that you really are.
Between him and KFC, I don't like neither one of them. what's the dude name with the KFC mustache? They look like cousins to me.
Dual dab.
Think they related because one day Dual be on and he be on here and they swap. They ain't never on here at the same time. I literally think they cousins or brothers or something. Both. I don't like neither one of them. They give me the same weird vibes. Like it's weird.
And y'all, I didn't even bring out the census record with the word African on it. I didn't even bring that out on his ass shit. Why he out here talking about, so if you Negro, you're black, and you're colored, that means you're
That's
African
what
according to the
I've been
census
waiting
record.
for, Natural. That's why I thought you was gonna get back at him and bust that shit out
Like,
and
yeah.
slap him across the face with it.
I had one born in Africa and I had one not born in Africa.
Uh.
Them senses out there. What's up?
She said with the one Rocky, just slap him across the face with it. You know me. So,
But that was good. I was entertained. I was well, I already knew all the shit you was talking about anyway, so they really were just
Hey,
like they had
somebody, my bad. Wait, I'm gonna let you finish that statement. Some digital want to come up, and anybody want to drop? I'll leave that up to y'all.
I'll drop. But naturally, so girl, your cheerleading skills is on
I go.
point, girl. I'll drop some.
girl. She had brought me back to goddamn basketball and football days. Hold on.
How the fuck? But you know I love a VIP show, so I'm gonna just sit here on mute.
Hey, natural. Hey, first of all, peace to the host, peace to the panel. I appreciate you letting me up. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Hey, natural. I just wanted to give you a heads up. That dude is an agent, bro. He went this morning and he tried the same bullshit with Evergreen. He was having a discussion. Evergreen let him up on the panel. They was discussing linguistics. And, Evergreen got on his ass, but he was driving. He couldn't really pull up sources. And so the other dude, Our Historic Foundation, I think is his name, his TikTok name. He said, I would like to continue this later on. Would you want to have a debate? Like he kept trying to like reel him into a debate. And I went up there, I told Evergreen, I'm like, look, man, he just got cooked yesterday. And in the middle of natural talking, he dropped him off the panel and he's chasing other people to debate. Like, don't give him the time of day, bro. I told Evergreen that. He wasn't going to do it anyways, according to what he was telling me. But don't give that man the time of day, bro. That man has an agenda. He has no desire for seeking or spreading true knowledge. Or what's been hidden. He has an agenda, and it became clear after I saw his action, what he did last night, and then again this morning. So I just wanted to give you that heads up in case you get tempted to, stick another fork in him.
Period.
Oh no, that's done. That's done with him. He already showed me how he is, so I know he a person that don't got real sources. He like to preach to the choir. As soon as you bring out something that embarrass the hell out of him, he gonna kick you off the panel. So he's not nobody to even spend any time on, unless you're just trying to get your views up.
And I've been realizing, man, it's a lot of
Good mic to be debating anyway.
It's a lot of
He got an
ignorance
underwater
out here.
Pan African mic. We don't want to hear that shit no more, 05.
05.
Hey,
Hey,
I
I got
Go
another
ahead,
person that
young
want to
lady.
come up too, just to let y'all know.
Why
I'm gonna go ahead and drop
Well, I'm
though.
gonna
calling his
drop. I'm gonna
name?
drop.
It's pick 5. Pick 5.
Go back because I was definitely saying over.
Lord. Pick 5.
Hello, yo,
What's up, Art?
man, it's G. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, you definitely smoked on her. You smoked her like a pack, you feel me? You stumped her out and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't advocate for harm against women, but that was ass whooping. But nah, I like to say that, like, y'all can hear me, right? Hello?
Can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, we
I like
here.
to say that. Yeah, like, I don't know where she was going. I don't know where she was going with the noses due to climate thing, because a lot of East Africans like Eritreans, Ethiopian, different types of Ethiopians, Somalians had that same bridge, and they live on the equator. Same thing with Hindus or the so-called Indians in Africa. They got the same type of Caucasian type bridge. So that was just stupid. Like that was dumb. That don't make no sense if they live on the equator and they've been living there for years on years. They didn't ever evolve to have noses to suit the weather. It's retarded, but you definitely did your thing, bro.
See, I actually was for to bring up a couple of Africans that live in our the most hottest regions, and show you the ones that had thin noses living in the most hottest regions, and that would have fucked her up. But again, I feel like there really wasn't no reason to.
They don't like. I don't understand. I think she really, no disrespect. I think it's something like really mentally wrong with that woman. Like, and I don't think she actually see her wrongdoings and the racism that she, that she projects out on us. Um,
Nah, she don't. She don't.
because because I mean she acknowledged the Spaniard side, but she'll be like because she said in the beginning of the debate she was like I do have Spaniard, but I ignore that, but then she proceeded to do colonial colonizer shit. So I'd be sitting here like, you know what the fuck you doing. Because then when she really started losing, she started taking your talking points, trying to use it against you. She done dabbled in O's talking points a little bit. I was like, nigga, didn't O say that one time? You know what I'm saying? Like, she started reaching real bad, trying to save herself, and it was like, your racism gonna dig you in the ditch every time. You better
exactly.
decolonize your mind for real.
And it's like one of the biggest things I really peeped is the fact that like when people usually describe a group of people, they generalize for the total sum of their people. So the token Indians with straight hair, they typically not going to say unless a specific region has an abundance of those types of people. If they keep saying they this color with this type of hair, why you keep trying to negate it, knowing damn well they generalizing for those people? That don't even make no sense. Like, she gotta clean her house and clean her brain.
Facts. That do go hand in hand. But she was pretty much usurping information from different places, trying to flip it the whole time. But you're not digging. You're not really trying to actually prove a point. You're just trying to counteract what Natural saying, and it's not even like a counteract like a debunk. It's literally just a counter. It's like you getting smacked up in a fight, and you know you losing, and all you really can do is just block right now. No jabs or
No, she
anything with
tried
it.
to grab his ass. She tried to
Yeah,
grab him.
yeah. That 5 minute rant. That look Natural. That 5 minute rant. That's her grabbing you in the corner, bro, holding on to you. That's what the fuck
Holding
she was
on for
doing.
dear life. You had her balled up in the corner, man. Like, this is bad. Natives, y'all should be tired of getting snatched up by y'all head. Like,
I be
let
wanting
it go.
coming up with these people to defend them.
Fight back,
Why
nigga,
are
fight
these the
back.
people? Where do you find these team members, bro? Like, I don't understand. If we had superpowers for real right now and then it all kicked in from the sun, they'd be fucked up, bro. They'd be a D-list superhero squad, like for real, because they're fucking up. They
We
don't
know
know how to
intelligence
think.
ain't gonna be a part of their superpowers, because that
No,
shit just don't exist with them. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care who feel the type of way. Like, y'all gotta step y'all shit up intellectually. Can y'all please step it up a little bit? That shit
Okay,
is
man.
trash.
Eventually on this app, every single person that claims to be an Indian is gonna be able to whoop their ass in a debate. If this stuff keep going
Easy.
on and on, even the Pan Africans, it don't matter if you're a low ranked person when it comes down to this knowledge, you're gonna be able to tear their ass up.
you can soak this information up quick too. Really, if you really paying attention, because it's a part of who the fuck we are. First off, so it's gonna soak up for us more. That's why can't nobody really combat us on this shit, because it's literally a part of our actual existence. For them, it's a story they talking about or a story they're trying to associate in some form or fashion, but there's not really a part of them. So I feel like it don't hit the same. You feel what I'm saying? Like on an energetic level, spiritual level, whatever we want to be on right now, it don't hit the same. It's not the same.
Shit hit different over here, man.
Things was never the same.
We speaking we speaking from genetics. We speaking from inside, bro, because we connected to this shit. They not really connected to this land like that. Maybe if y'all go to, Siberia or somewhere, y'all will feel a little bit more at home. We've been telling y'all this for years. Y'all want to stay here.
So that's
Hey, as
facts.
long as you go, as long as you stay here, you gonna respect the motherfucking she.
Hey,
Period.
who else on the list besides Brother X and them? Because I'm not for the fuck with them. I already dealt well, once I deal with Port City. Once I see Earth Speaks whoop that's sad too. Once I see Earth Speaks whoop Mo Facts and Brother X, I said there was no point of debating them two. I said Earth Speaks, he got your tail. So what if Earth Speaks did you like that, I'm gonna do you worse. I'm just gonna say that right now. So I'm just saying like who else is next? Blackwater Geechee? Who else is next?
I
He
just
ain't
Hey,
gonna stop talking.
you mind if I say one more
Natural.
thing?
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to come back up. Yo, did y'all see what the fuck? You just said his name. Earth Speaks. He was on YouTube debating what's his name, Unc and Dr. Mayat and them. I sent y'all the live on YouTube. Yo, he was over there. You had went live and I missed the rest of it to come watch you. But yeah, he had a whole debate with Dr. Mayat and Unc from Sonetta TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I sent you the link in your inbox. I sent it to a lot of people. I don't know. I was just sending it out because I was like, oh my God, why is Earthspeak up there? But as soon as Earthspeak started talking about the fruits and the vegetables, right? He came with so do you think the jab is good for the black community? So do you think the Twin Towers do you think that 9/11 really happened? And Earthspeak was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm talking about fruits and vegetables in Americas and shit. And you it was wild. But Dr. Mayat was like, yeah, he trying to prove his point, so just let him do his thing and show his resources. And Unc got mad. Like, hey, look, some of these Pan Africans is getting mad. Like, as much as they don't like Earth Speaks,
Wait,
they
so
had
this
to
man,
let him talk
so
though.
so I know Earth Speaks is bringing out the fruit to prove that America was the first that came out the waters. They had all the you know what I'm saying, all the vegetations in the world, pretty much. So this man's talking about the Twin Towers and all types of bullshit when he's talking about fruit. We're just trying to prove that
Yes.
America is the first of all continents to have civilization, vegetation, and shit like that.
Right. Soon as Earth Speaks was about to show the source, he cut him off and started. He did the pivot. So what he was like, no, I got a question. I got a question. He was like, what are you talking about? I'm about to show my sources for the vegetables and how Afro only got XYZ rivers and we got over 25,000 rivers and lakes and all this. You know, he going into his stuff and he was like, no, you gonna answer my question. Like really trying to argue with him. Like, I need my question answered now. Do you think the jab is good for the black community? Like, nigga, what? He did a brown girl pride. So this is the second debate tonight where I'm watching people glitch, and that shit is so hilarious. I sent you the link in your inbox, so y'all can watch it later. But yeah, it's been
Yeah,
entertaining all
I'm
night.
gonna check that out. Just see how
Yeah.
these outside Pan Africans act.
Remember, Unc and them came from Sarnetta, and what's old boy name? Brother Polite and them.
Yeah, whole side, all of them washed up clown. All they is.
Yeah, I don't know who want to see it, but I'm gonna just send it to everybody because this shit is funny.
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute.
Hold on, y'all.
Y'all, somebody check on Brown Girl Pride and see if she okay. I don't think she okay. That girl gonna cry herself to sleep tonight.
My bad.
Playing
I
Rod.
had put on some.
I hope she cleans her room first.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that shit. My wife came in there with that shit, and I seen fucking look like sealing shit off though. I don't know what the fuck that was. Was that a diaper or something? A adult diaper?
Fucking disgusting.
It looked like an adult diaper. I don't know, but I wanted to debate before dude went to jail. I wanted to debate dude, man, polite, cause he one of them big ones. But I don't know if he brings sources like that. I think he brings sources like that. I'm not sure. Um,
The thing with Conscious Lee too, he's not nobody to debate. After I just seen the way how he do his sources and stuff, I'm looking at that as another Brown Girl Pride situation with more narcissism. I was gonna ask him that. I was like, nah, you know, I don't even want to, cause I see. And then after I learned what him and Earth speaks, I said, yeah, I know what type of lie that would be. So ain't no point with that one either. So really, all I'm just looking for is just somebody that can really give me a challenge that's not part of Brother X group. I'm looking for them. I'm looking for somebody in Native Americans. I'm looking for a different Pan African
I'm trying to
that's
figure
not
out where
associated
Mama
with Port
Warrior.
City and them.
He's supposed to be
Cause
Brown Girl
I'm
Pride
tired of seeing
Road.
the same motherfuckers. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My bad. I
Y'all can
was
hear me?
saying, where Mono Warrior? That's supposed to be her bro. What
You know
happened?
what's crazy though?
Can the chat hear me?
As as the
Yeah, we can hear you.
moderators, yeah, as the
Oh
moderators,
shoot,
we
hold
can
on, wait a
click
minute.
on the
Oh
poll
man,
and
damn.
see who all
my bad. I
voted.
had y'all going through the Bluetooth. I couldn't hear it. My bad, y'all. I don't even know if y'all was talking. I was going through the. I had y'all going through the Bluetooth in my radio, and my radio was all the way down.
We heard you.
Um,
My bad. My
Yeah, I
bad.
yeah,
was
but we
I'm so
heard
saying,
you.
sorry.
Mono, where was Mono Warrior? Because isn't that supposed to be her bro? Like, where he at?
And
It's on her
and
side.
then and to add on to that, as the moderators, we can click on the poll and see who all voted. And she only had 10 real supporters. Out of the 60 something people who watched her live, only 10 of them came over to vote. Because I went over there to see if she had a poll up for the people over there, and she didn't have one up.
She ain't had no fun. Child bye.
Yeah,
Because I was going to vote.
yeah. It's more rich. Want to be more in the comments for me.
What is wrong with these weird people? Like
Like
on
you too
Monday they want to be our
old.
friend. Tuesday they want to fight. Wednesday they want to come back and learn. Thursday they want to fight again. Like I don't get that. What's wrong with y'all?
Like, ain't you
Y'all
too
gotta
old
got
to
a
be a
schedule.
hater? Like, ain't you like? Don't you ever get tired of being a hater?
Hey,
Like
well, hold
that's
on, wait. Why y'all bug? Why the Morris bucking anyway? Then y'all not mixed with the Indians, so why the fuck y'all? Hold on, wait. Well, it
Cause I'm
depends on what type of Moor you are.
a
Well, it depends on what type of Moor you are.
a
If
lot of
you're a
these
noble Jew,
niggas
at
exactly. What
least.
would you be debating him about? What are you going to debate about? He talking about some debate you for what? And then he gonna say Earth Speaks will beat you in the debate. Child,
That wouldn't even be a debate. That would be a discussion. Just
exactly.
being being honest. But I digress. But Moors, I don't know what the hell to debate the Moors about. I mean, because the Moors did come here. I mean, I did videos on it. I read books on it. Yeah, the Moors did come here. But that Noble Jew Ali shit, I don't fuck with that. I believe that shit fake. But to talk about that, we are Moors. I can't say that we are Moors because I can't say that everybody has Moor ties because I don't know everybody's bloodline. But as far as saying the Moors did come here and they mixed in with the Indians and created a Indian tribes, I mean, there ain't really nothing to debate on. I mean, to be honest, 'cause it's true history. It's true history. So I don't know what the hell. I mean, what the fuck you want? A fucking circus show or something? I don't know what the hell you want.
the
I would
Moors
really
just
be
like the
debating for
argument.
nothing.
And you see that they be trying to put folks against them. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you and Earth speak go at it. Why give us a Pan African or a Native? Why are you giving somebody that at least kind of teaches somewhat the same thing that we teach. But that's that more shit, man. They always be trying to turn people against each other and start shit though. That's what they do.
They the
He
middle
might be a
guy.
real nigga.
They're literally the middle child.
He a dirty Moor.
Yeah.
So I'm straight. Anybody any more that want to debate me, I ain't trying to debate y'all. I mean, if you come with the Noble Jew Ali shit, then we could talk. Yeah, but I mean, y'all presence was here. Now to say that y'all was here since the beginning, I'll debate that shit and say no, the fuck you wasn't, because I know the hell you was not. Y'all came from Europe and other places of the world. You was not here in America. If you claiming to be a Moor,
You can
you
he
came
can
here doing
shade the man.
colonialism.
He can shade the man. He can throw a damn tree at him with a goddamn shade. It don't matter. How many times these people done tried to drag his name? Y'all weird. Like y'all expect folks to let folks just talk about them and not respond. That's not how we get down in the South. You say something, we coming at your door. What's up? What you say? The hell? And plus, we on TikTok.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. So if y'all want to prove that y'all been here since the beginning, sure, we can do that. But if you coming with that shit about some Washita Moors with an MUUR, that comes from Dr. York. Dr. York was highly influenced by European, uh, the academia. Don't come with no Dr. Clark shit. Don't come with none of that bullshit. That modernistic books. Don't give me no book that y'all Moors made up recently, because I'm gonna quickly discredit that shit too. Because those are people that got influenced into the identity of being a Moor. Y'all are not real Moors. I don't see not one more with their real rocking their coats of arms. I don't see y'all doing that shit, man. All I just see is y'all just with the fucking cup on your head with a damn tassel. That's it.
Not
I don't see
wow.
y'all rocking your land back in those European and the UK and shit. I don't see y'all. Man, I don't see the real y'all, man. I'm just saying. There ain't really shit you can prove to me. I do got to open up the book called The Moors and Jews of Spain, and I cut you
Man,
right then and there. Y'all are literally are, to be honest, y'all really the reason America the way it is really y'all fault. So I don't know what the fuck you want to debate about. We in the situation we in because of you. Y'all wanted to come take our land. We was trading with you motherfuckers. Y'all think we was weak and shit. So y'all came here. Your own people turned against you because of religious reasons. I mean, y'all ran to Africa. You got your ass whooped over there. I mean, shit. I mean, there ain't nothing really to talk about. Y'all just fucking lost our power. I mean, shit. What else? I mean, what else there to say?
Yes, Oppie's coming up in here. Y'all think I don't see y'all? Am I real? Y'all know I'm good at calling out names.
Hey, the way it's cool that the Wild Indians came. I gave them a little free show today.
Ain't no wild
They probably
Indians.
came
It's paying goofies.
out of paying goofies.
I mean, technically, if
Hey,
anything,
but
the
y'all did
more
a good
people
job trying to
say,
help Brown Girl Pride, though. I guess that white didn't kick in all the way for her.
It's good for people say
she
they don't
was
want
an
to
octoroon.
validate in your views. Like, Grits, what you here for? Because you look just like that damn man up on your goddamn screen.
Yeah. Hey, but before I end up getting a violation, let me go ahead and end this live. And so
Alrighty.
I'll see y'all again shit Friday.
So
Know what I'm
you
saying?
can download the live and put it on YouTube for the people who missed it because they said they wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna download the live and I'm putting it on YouTube for everybody that missed it too. So I got y'all. Well, the natural got y'all. So I thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank you for subscribing. Thank.
For coming up, say thank everybody. And that was, man, y'all came in tough today. Y'all showed y'all ass today. Y'all did what y'all had to do today. So I really appreciate y'all. Y'all came through for me. So let's go see what Brown Girl Pride doing. All right, y'all. Peace.